Finally. Okay, good team, good play right here. 4 Mother Russia coming in, trying to kill that. Oh my god, B4 gets a nice shot there. Just, he throws it on the Panther, right? You threw it on the Panther? Yep, throw it on the Panther. Doesn't matter. Still good hit. Actually, 2 for 1. 2 for 1! Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on General Mud. With me today are, wow, okay, 2 Soviets, 2 American, versus 2 OKW and 2 Vermont, which include War Machine, Josku, Kidzen, Neverfall, Hans Steger, Maya, Yellow, because I'm sorry, I don't know what that is, and... Is it bad that I don't know the first word, and if I say the second word, it's equally bad? We'll just call you TB. I'm sure that, you know what, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing bad with those initials in the world, so a TB, thank you. Any case, let's get to this game. Let's double check everyone's rank-wise. Say, if you want to submit your own replay, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com like someone did in this game. And I may take a look and premiere it. As well as, I did it, I believe, last week, or the previous weekend, if you're watching this. But maybe the upcoming weekend I'll do it as... Oh, wait, no, I won't be. I'll be gone. But in the future, what I'm going to be trying to do is cast games on Twitch. May not be big 4v4 games, but I'll try to cast... I had a handful of games that people submit to me, but I never get around to, because I only can put up 12 a month, and I get probably 50. It's like something ridiculous like that, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and, you know, keep submitting them in. greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and maybe you'll see it. Oh, God. Hans Steger already, well, you tried. Oh, he went B4. Now you got my approval. Any case, Stern Pioneers held him back, though, and it looks like Neverfall's just gonna lock down the right-hand side. Journal Mud has the fuels on the outer, like, edges of the map as far as you can get on the corners, but looks like on both sides the Germans have it pretty much locked down. Allies, though, pushing mid. We have the military truck, very cool, again with the mechanized. A lot of cool military light vehicles, and as well, you get yourself some cavalry riflemen, which are great for close range and anti-vehicle. Rear echelon trying to fight a Kubel. Actually winning. Oh, nope, now they're retreating. I guess they're like, no, we can't fight that. Alright, so any case, Kubel still holding on to the point. We have additional riflemen and looks like Soviet forces trying to hold this sector, but there's a double NG around the outer tips, putting pressure on the riflemen. Grenadiers trying to push on and get close. I don't know if he has a... Oh, no, he's getting close to battle phase, so he could be firing a rifle grenade shortly. Flanking maneuver coming in with a close range Maxim, which looks like... Maya is going with a lot of support spam, but we'll see how that goes. Again, could be good, could be bad. But overall, could be a way to take him out. Let's just say that. Again, very quickly, I thought it was like maybe he'll retreat or maybe he'll notice. No, he just gets shot in the face real quick. Any case, the Maxim will continue to put on pressure for the Axis forces around or any additional forces that come on in. Meanwhile, German forces got pushed back after light vehicles kind of stopped their advance. And honestly, with these light vehicles, they should be able to counter-attack pretty quickly. Do you have anything major? Panzer Fusiliers, that's pretty good. They have AT grenades that can fire pretty long range, so they can stop vehicles in their tracks if they can ambush them. But the military truck is just heading on around. We only have one of those, but we're doing pretty good so far, especially with the upgraded MG. It's just like helping the support infantry now on the offensive. Grenadiers going in, pushing back the Maxim. They still have the Maxim over here, which might kill us on the retreat. Oh, that would suck if that was. Hot damn. We have special operations, good support with a Panther, again, good with supportive functions. Grand defensive, which a lot of really nice infantry abilities with Panzer Slayers, SG-44s, along with the Panzer Commander, good for armored and artillery, and the Tiger as well, which can help support. We have War Machine going artillery focus with we have light artillery, well, mechanized artillery, heavy ground-based artillery with the LFE FH, and also sector artillery to help hold positions. Rifle grenade going off doing a little bit to the engineers, but again, this guy's really focusing on a lot of support weaponry. Is this guy bringing in a lot of... Okay, one guy's bringing a lot of frontline troops, one guy's doing support. Not a bad idea. We have penal troops moving in against the Sturms, but they're quickly being pushed back. Again, there's too many forces here, plus the Sturms coming around the flank to hit them from behind, or at least that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, quickly pushes them out. Yes, Joski hasn't picked anything yet. And, oh, I forgot to TB. So, TB went with tactical support. A lot of, again, good long-range tactics with the half-track mortar, the LNG, Calliope, strafing support, Panzer Fusiliers falling back from the mechanized, and the riflemen pushing on in that sector. We'll see how things go. These guys in heavy cover should be able to hold their position pretty well until reinforcements come in. Even if they get, like, an upgrade with G43 rifles. Oh, wow, no, never mind. I was going to say that would even help them a little bit more to hold, but no, he decides to get close, which I'm kind of iffy about. I think he lost too many men in that charge. I think while the riflemen are barely losing anything. Volk squads will come in, but the military truck's still there, putting pressure. I mean, you have to watch out for Panzerfaust, but it's still killing them up to Vet 2 now, with a lieutenant now coming in, and that's actually pretty good at holding key positions as well. Again, can throw a grenade if it has the ability unlocked. It does not. Sure, true, it doesn't have a bar. Oh, nice incendiary, pushing them right out of their little hidey hole behind the bush. Meanwhile, Allied forces continue to hold this sector, but there is a scout car coming in from behind. AT gun, though, puts an end to that real quick. The MG base actually started shooting it. That's quite funny. We have the flame half-track over here that's burning the Allied positions. Goodbye, rear echelons. I'm glad you held that position for no reason. Mine's, again, being placed, but he needs to heal that squad. Half-track could come up, burn this out. He has a T-gun looking in the wrong way. You need to focus back on the front because you're about to lose your half-track. And, yeah, it's going to be burned alive. He's going to just stay in there and just have a good Soviet roast, I assume. Oh, good, he got out. He got out just in time. Panzer Grenadiers coming along the flank, good, very close range, just wiping away all the support equipment. Everything is just retreating right now. AT gun as well needs to get back before the Panzer Grenadiers coming in, possibly steal it, which would be a good plus. But the Americans on the right are advancing. They're placing down some light mines as well. Stern Pioneers, you have an MG34 on going like defense right there. So they're trying to hold this position. But the Americans, again, Yellow is doing a damn good job at slowly pushing him back. Kidsin, though, staying strong. Got a bunch of upgrades. Plus, we have a Panzer II on the field, which could help out. There is some AT with the penals, but they lack the anti-infantry capabilities long range. So a good counterattack by Panzer Fusiliers could push them out of their position. But it looks like they're now going in to push back the American, which has a 50 cal with open fire. Surprised it isn't firing. Also, maybe armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing rounds. How about armor-piercing rounds? Highly recommend those armor-piercing rounds. And actually does it. It's actually doing quite a bit to the Panzer II, pushing him back. Panzer Fusiliers get to heavy cover, just trying to hold position. These guys are in a great position to flank. Throw a grenade, but the MG falls back before it hits any of the men. So very nice to see there. Penal troops trying to head back to stop the stir from cutting off their lines. Yeah, that decapped that point. Luckily, it's still connected, just barely. But if they were to continue, yeah, it could cut off their only fuel source right now, which would be very bad. Panzer II advancing, 50 cal repositions, but doesn't have the 50 cal ability unlocked at the moment. Again, it's still recharging, but that gives a little bit of time for the Panzer Fusiliers to flank. There's not a lot of infantry. There is an AT gun here, so say goodbye to that if it doesn't move. Oh, very lucky it's out of range. Volk squad's coming on the flank. Good job. Never fall coming in there. Nice incendiary. Pushes back to 50 cal. Even with the ambulance here, it's going to take way too much damage. Going to need to fall back. There's no frontline troops here. 50 cal is just like... Look, military truck, bring up the 50 cal. Bring it up. Help out. Because you just lost your 50 cal MG, and you really need it. Now, he's not moving, so... Panzerfaust? Panzerfaust, possibly? Nope, no Panzerfaust. Okay. Meanwhile, large American counterattack on left. Looks like they have a ton of forces. We have double howitzer over here. So, yeah, they're bringing the artillery down. Pushing back the grenadiers quite effectively. And, yeah, although, oh my god. Double mortar half-track, of course. War Machine's like, well, I'll one-up your mortars. Your howitzers with my mortars. Infantry will charge. But with the coverage of the mortars, this might hold them back. Just barely missing. We still have a lot of troops over here. I assume there's, yeah, the half-track, which should stop the flame half-track from advancing because of its capabilities to kill light armor quite efficiently. Meanwhile, the American forces are putting a lot of pressure on the Grenadiers. Thank you, Kat, for turning on the light. Thank you so very much. Every time I do replays, she just goes in that spot. She's like, well, he's going to be there for a while, so better prep. AT grenade could be fired to stop him, but the MG is suppressing him to make him just outside the range. Howitzers, though, opening fire, missing both shots. We have a Maxim opening fire now on the half-track. Sure, why not? Meanwhile, not penal. Engineers are coming in on the flank, trying to decap that point. Penal troops where are you? Oh, back at base. Okay, you have your heal, right? Okay, you have a heal. You don't have a heal. Americans have a heal point. This American player does have a heal point. It's just closer to the front. For the Axis, we have a building, but no heal point, even though he has plenty of munitions for it. No heal point over here for the Wehrmacht. Okay, W doesn't have their medical building out. And we don't... Wait, yes, we do. We actually have a medical building out, although we're... Wait, hold on. Did I look... Hold on. Where is your mech... Oh, okay, there it is. Sorry, I couldn't see with the purple. Any case, there we go. All right, very nice. So at least you have a spot to heal your troops for the right-hand side. But yeah, Americans doing a lot better, making sure the infantry at top of their game to do a lot more damage against the Axis forces. Axis have to go a little more out of their way. Anyway, German counterattack. Holy, I didn't even see what happened here. Half-track's dead. Flamethrower probably died. And the howitzer's dead. So, yeah, TB lost in... Oh, both howitzers are dead. Did they steal it? Oh, no, it's back here. Hot damn. I don't know what happened, but something... Oh, probably pack gun, I assume. Yeah, pack gun knocked out the half-track, which probably allowed the flame half-track to move in and just kill everything with the Panzer Grenadiers. So, not bad. Penal troops trying to fill in the gap and try to stop. Things are falling apart here. Looks like one of the Panzer Grenadier squads did bite it. Yeah, you might want to get the hell out of here, half-track, before things get nasty with those penals. Grenadiers taking over the points that were lost and actually pushing into Allied territory. On the right, the Americans are making another counterattack, but still have this Luke's to contend with, and unfortunately, I don't... Oh, there is an AT gun. Getting a nice shot, but up to Vet 2. Putting a lot of pressure. Could we see an AT grenade? Nope, just out of range. Oh, wait, hit the mine! When people say the American mines don't work, hit the American mine and it worked like a charm. This thing did not fire the AT rifle grenade, so again, we can confirm it was the mine. So good job there. Anyway, yeah, Bazooka team was way too far back, so there's no way that helped. And doesn't have vehicle kill, right? Nope, it was the mine. Awesome. It was the mine. Anyway, with not really much content, there's an MG here, but a smoke. Do you have smoke? No. Get the grenade ability. Jesus. He has a number of troops. He could flank this. He could probably take over this sector. The Panzer headquarters is back here, so the half-track component, which is the main shots of it, won't... The AA component, sorry, I should say, not the half-track. The AA component of it will protect this area, but with the bush here, it only protects certain areas, so they should be able to take a lot of these points without really too much issue. Free MG? We gonna get free MG? Free MG, very nice. Meanwhile, goddamn, Josky is just counterattacking on left, doing a pretty good job. Allies are trying desperately to hold this point, but with the Oswin now there, he lost a lot of infantry though. War Machine did lose quite a bit. He still has some mortar half-tracks, but not a huge infantry army. Meanwhile, again, we also have kids fighting in mid, I guess trying to help out there. Panzerfußler is trying to get some flanks. He did lose one of them. He had 3, now he's on the 2. So he's definitely taking some casualties. Military truck, my MVP so far this game, putting some pressure on the Sturms, pushing them back, getting a nice kill. For Ken Woodford now being deployed to deal with that thing. Support gun MG kind of holding defensive against that position, trying to make sure they hold that at all costs, and Neverfall's trying to put his resources there to make sure that's held. Well, I guess, yeah, these Panzerfußlers are attempt to push in mid, and honestly, Allies need to counterattack somewhere. I'm really surprised these guys are so desperate, like, not desperate, but they're so focused on this left-hand point. Like, look, I understand that that is a big point to take, and that is something you do want to take, but for reference, that's not the only thing you should try to focus on. The rationale is simply because of the fact that, yes, you're trying, I mean, like, you're trying to push here, and that would be huge if you took it. And right now you have an AT, which will probably kill the half-track if it doesn't retreat fast enough. Did not. Good job, AA. Flame still causing damage to that captain while they fall back to the ambulance. But the thing is, though, is your line is so thin in mid. And that's the big thing I always see. Is if there's a way for the Axis or allies to puncture through a line, you could easily get around it. In a 4v4 game, there's more and more likelihood of units being free and available to do just that. Because right now, mid, all of this is completely open. Don't get me wrong, you have a T-70 right now punching in mid, and it looks like the Axis are also holding their flanks. But good job on Hans for realizing this himself and actually be like, wait, there's nothing here. I'm just going to cause heck in mid and go quickly grab territory. Now, if I was him, lay down a mine, maybe some, you know, I'd actually take territory. Your Panzer Corps is here, so kind of go on the edge. T-70, again, going into the base, which is bad because it's an OKW variant. So expect the half-track, not the half-track, I keep saying half-track, AA on these flak emplacements to open fire and hurt this T-70. This thing pushed too far. Luckily, he dodged the Panzerschreck, but I'm surprised we didn't see a Panzerfaust over here. He's actually trying to escape. The T-70's great escape from this German base, but this flak is just hurting him quite a bit. Already almost half his half damage. Again, penal troops advancing, but the problem with these penal troops is very simple. They are now designed for armor, not infantry. While these guys are fine, but these guys are also anti-infantry, but they're in no cover, so that's why these guys are actually doing pretty well. Ostwind. Oh, nice satchel. That poor vehicle. Anyway, another satchel going off. So again, I'm not saying it's bad against armor. I'm absolutely not saying that. But what I'm saying is you're forcing infantry. Now, luckily, the infantry's at cover, but you might need to eventually fight some infantry, and you need something for it. Now, luckily, these PTRS rifles are putting pressure. That building's about to collapse, though. Goodbye to all the troops inside. You did kill it. You're very... Oh, my God. Be so lucky that building didn't collapse. It is so close. Oh, wow. I'm shocked that building didn't collapse with all the troops inside. But, hey, Maya, good job. Good kill. Good kill. Meanwhile, Penals going around the building, trying to dodge the Volk squads. Volk squads maybe just get in the building. Even if they're... Oh, wow. They threw it over and they hit the roof. Nice. But, in all honesty, and this is just me, but in all honesty... yeah, you should have gotten in the building, because even if they throw the satchel, you can see the satchel and get out of it. It's not MG where it sets up in the building, and then it, you know, then it takes a few seconds to get out. That's easier to kill. Also, minefield here? Really? Right next to your... Okay, minefield right next to your healing point. That is a bad sign for artillery fire coming in on it, but whatever. Allies doing pretty good. They still have the fuel on right. Axis have the fuel on left, but that seems to be barely... being held together. Some good pushes by Maya, and Hans broke mid. Now the American player on left, we'll see if TB is actually able to push. He still has an abundance of support weaponry, kind of just chilling in the back, although if he pushes up now, focuses the howitzers here, he should be fine. We have a strafing support coming in this sector. I'm assuming he hit the MG, right? Hit the MG with the strafing run. Okay. Meanwhile, the American player is doing pretty well. Knocked out those forces. Oh, God. So, yeah, that unit died. Meanwhile, the cavalry riflemen putting pressure on the Panzerfusiliers, holding the position even with negative cover, because they're just doing so much damage against those Panzerfusiliers. MG just kind of holding this area. Sick RNG, bro. Oh, I guess with his grenade or something. Did he finally get grenades? Yes, he got grenades because he has smoke. Good, good, good. Again, grenades, very important. Not just because, again, as people say, oh, Greyshot, you just want to throw grenades and just try to kill people that way. No, no, no. Very simple. Oh my God, he lost his military truck, but he wants it back. He probably wants it for the artillery call-in that it has. But anyway, I say it's important for smoke. That way you get past the MG defenses if you don't have artillery. He doesn't have artillery, so smoke's a big deal. Anyway, luckily this tank is shredding that MG and pushing it back for Kenwerfer on standby. Kidzen just trying to figure out what to do, but he knows what to do. He's bringing out a heavy tank. Now, he did equip it with the Panzer Commander to call in artillery at key positions. This tank should be well enough to fight the Sherman alone. Again, this Sherman's equipped with the 76mm gun, but it can do extra armor-piercing rounds if it wants to, so just take note of that. Counterpoint, though, is the fact that it is still weaker against the Tiger and will need support. Luckily, it does have that with the AT gun on standby and some of the troops, like with the bazooka team, on standby. If combined, it should be fine. But like I said, the Tiger, just on a 1v1 basis, is definitely better. But we've seen countless times before that a stronger unit gets taken out by a bunch of weaker ones. So we'll see. Military truck taking a hit. I'm glad it took the hit. Our Panzer Commander calls in a barrage, almost kills the AT gun, but not quite. Enough fire with the bazooka to easily push back that Tiger. Already 2/3 dead. And again, ambulance is right here, so I'm assuming he's going to reinforce it. Luckily, with the additional Sabao rounds, they're doing quite a bit of pressure. So again, always great. Always very damaging. Now, take aim would have been good to increase the range to try to maybe get one additional shot. Probably would have killed it, but it would have harmed it. Meanwhile, we have, once again, Hans going straight through mid, because the Germans are not there in force, and just completely cutting their line in half. And honestly, the American player and this Soviet player, I'm surprised, aren't following suit. Like, they're using artillery to break it, but just sending their infantry, by God. Like, or armor. Armor works too. There was a pack gun. I'm assuming it died from the minefield because of how the blast is, but that is quite funny. Yeah, there we go. It's dead. Move up, take the fuel. And honestly, a lot of these positions could be taken. Because, again, there's 2 armies on left. I reiterate, there are 2 armies on left just chilling, while Hans is going straight through middle. Meanwhile, the American player is fighting off 2 players. He's fighting Neverfall and Kidzen. Kidzen, by the way, healing his Tiger with the mechanized building. Very nice. Which, okay. Still, I'm sorry. Still has his infantry. Neverfall still has a good chunk of infantry as well. But eventually, look, I give full credit to Yellow. Yellow is going ham on this guy. Don't get me wrong, he's taking casualties, as we can see there. But he's holding off 2 players. Meanwhile, Red is not focusing mid. He has Stern Pioneer Squad here just in case. And they put a booby trap just in case the Soviets do come in. But there are 3 active players pushing on left. Like, they're on their last legs. They're fighting outside of the German base. Like, I mean, to be fair, this guy still has, for some damn reason, all the AT and everything back here. And I don't know why. I really don't. He should be moving this stuff up. I'm not saying he brings the ambulance up, of course not, because then you get smoke and then bomb it. But smoke to reveal it, bomb it to kill it. But War Machine can't take this up. He has a lot of reserves, and so does Josh Q. But they can't keep up this fight. They need to do something quick, because the entire Axis line on left is breaking allies. Once again, great satchel. Again, I'm not seeing the Germans really take advantage of the fact that they could really overwhelm these penals with their infantry. Like, Panzer Grenadiers would shred these guys very quick. We're not seeing that, though. Also, a lot of AT now on the American side, and they're Jacksons. These aren't weak by any stretch. Also, I think I heard a B4. We have a B4. Missed a shot, but we do have a B4. Really far back, though. These 2 are really far back. I actually... Well, no. I take that back. Not too far back, because technically the midpoint is here, so... If it's guarding mid or kind of guarding the outer stretch, it's not fine. Is this T-70 fighting a Brumbar? Are you gonna Panzerfaust it? Oh my god, he was killing so many models so quickly he couldn't... Oh, we gonna kill it? Oh, the building took the hit. Well, there goes the engineers. Luckily, this thing now has an engine, so we can kind of go round and round. He is hurting himself a little bit, I think. T-70 trying desperately to kill the Brumbar. Actually gets a pen on front armor. Oh my god. That's a joke. But, yeah, good job with the T-70 getting the kill and pushing it back. Meanwhile, finally we have a break on the right-hand side. Again, Yellow can't take this much heat. He's fighting 2 players. Command Panther, Normal Panther, and Tiger all engaged with all sorts of heavy infantry. He can't hold that. He has some defenses, and he did a damn good job with what he had. But he lost a lot of his men. He lost his ambulance, a lot of his equipment. Look, as much as I like Hans breaking the left, and he did a really good job, these 2 need to get more off their asses and actually start doing work. Now, don't get me wrong, now they are, but you can only press so far. Look, and by the way, when I'm saying fight mid, I'm not saying give up on your ally. But the ally's like, hey, I got this guy for 5 minutes. Go buck wild in mid, then I'm going to need you because they're going to put pressure on me. But unfortunately, he never came back. And luckily, these guys are over. Where the hell is the Soviet? Soviet's MG's right over here. Okay, now Katyusha fire's coming in. Calliope as well, I believe, is coming in this sector. So lots of artillery. Oh my god, fire. Holy mackerel. German lines are being torn apart. Panzer Grenadiers are being hit by artillery, dying from the artillery from the Calliope, Katyusha. That was a major German counterattack that just got... Nah. It just got swiped to the side. Oh my god, the Allies rejected it faster than a profile on Tinder. It is sad to see, but yeah, German forces not in a good state to counterattack. Like, a lot of it's down. Now, they did build some artillery, and I'm assuming they're going to use that, but it is really far back, so it's not going to be the most accurate artillery. It's just, I guess, to pepper the enemy. And it looks like he's now artillery spamming a bit, which is going to cut into his front line. I'm just assuming he's going to just go all double down in artillery. I'm just going to make the assumption, which would also be bad for the Soviets because they need to engage. This IS-2... Like, what? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You're actually fighting the Panzer Grenadiers. Great. Now start putting pressure and pushing them back. You don't have to worry about the double pack, but again, if I had just to reiterate, he has a Calliope and the Soviet has a Katyusha. So they are plus a KV. So that should be more than enough to take care of that. Now, anyway, Kid Zin is finally pushing up with this Tiger and the heavy infantry. And they're pretty much locking down this right-hand side. Honestly, it wouldn't be far out of the realm possibility once he's done healing the Tiger for it to go over there and just mine it up. They have more than enough mines, especially Neverfall, that they could just mine up this entirety of the right-hand side. Now, this American player is back in mid, but he has a very small force that needs to be supported by the Soviet. Soviet also double B4, kind of aiming in that general direction. Again, I think this is a bad idea to put them so close together. They are firing. I'm curious if they're going to aim for the Tiger. We get one good hit, and the second hit barely misses. But still good hit, and he killed the Sturm. So overall, that was a victory. We have some airstrike coming in. I wonder if it's going to be called in behind him. It's fought. I never understand this. Yes, let's call it an incendiary barrage, which, by the way, technically, if you were to throw a Molotov cocktail in a tank that wasn't completely sealed up, yes, it would do damage. Let me be very clear about that. You throwing a gasoline on fire into a thing that is is sealed up into a thing with people inside, it will definitely do something. But in this game, that is not the case. Fire doesn't do that. Also, good kills with the shock troops pushing them back. Again, I love how one of them has a MG on it. Oh my god, artillery being called in. Is that major artillery? That might be a major artillery, honestly. Hold on. Good mine here, I think, stops. Oh, yep, hit the Obersoldaten. Although they're advancing right to the B4s, and there's no coverage. Good job. Shock troops, you may want to come over here. Do you have 4 Mother Russia? Dude, use 4 Mother Russia and save these B4s. I'm always for the preservation of a good B4. Now, unfortunately, because there's no contesting the right-hand side, because, again, focusing entirely in mid, he's just going to move up. Now, these shock troops will utterly annihilate this Obersoldat. Let me be 100% clear on that. These troops will not live. They did not live. But he did decap 1 B4, and this other one is going to be on his last leg, so maybe a random artillery hit would kill it. So they need medical supplies on this guy's stat. Meanwhile, we do have also the heavy artillery in the back, and to be fair, he could also counteract the B4s. I mean, they are literally at the edge of its, like, the last, like, probably 20% of its range, so it won't be accurate, but it's something. Meanwhile, the KV-1 is going to have trouble because it's fighting 3 Panthers. Luckily, PTR's troops are coming in. That should be able to satchel him. Pull your KV back, but god damn it, mark targets now in effect on it, making it easier to kill. There it goes. Satchel going off on one of these guys, but again, we do know the Panzer headquarters is not far behind, so if he backs up to it, should be fine. Another satchel going off. Both of these are very injured. This is where Jackson could come into play and really start shredding these guys if supported effectively. Jackson, though, was, for whatever reason, lying back. Again, we do have another tank moving on up. Hopefully they put enough pressure on these guys, but they're falling right back to base and doing just fine. Luckily, Kidsin kept the Panther on the front to kind of hold things off, take some hits. Meanwhile, on the left, Axis force is coming on in. They did lose the Brumbar over here, but yeah, the Allies, are low unsure what they're doing. Did they mine it up? Did they stop? Did they have a counterattack? There's barely any frontline infantry to say the least. Needs a few more or something. Luckily, again, even with his army destroyed, Yellow is just coming back full force. But once again, I see a possibility of a flank with the entirety of the right-hand side. There's nothing stopping it. So the Germans could be like, Kid Zen could see, all right, there's nothing there. Let me push there and cause some havoc. And he doesn't have to push all the way down to the Allied base, but what he could do is push here from like this open area, come around and flank a lot of these forces looking already in the opposite direction. So that could be a possibility. Panzer headquarters opening fire on this, stopping it, really doing anything. Again, he is pushing up with the Jackson, but there is kind of for here, a Panther, more than enough fire to push these forces back. Meanwhile, on left, we have a counterattack by War Machine, currently hitting the Allied lines. Again, he does have infantry, and he does have a howitzers coming in. Good dodge there. Rifle grenade just plowing right into it. But I think he needs more frontline infantry. Otherwise, it's kind of more of an even fight. The howitzers might get lucky and get a hit, and luckily they are. KV-1 also coming in. Plane crash actually taking out a howitzer. Man, I guess those Germans really know how to coordinate with their air force. They're like, don't worry, I'll make sure this plane's used effectively. Use smoke and kamikaze all in one. Flamethrower troops burning off the German lines. They do have the triple pack gun now. And a Panther coming on in to help push off the KV. I don't know if that's specifically for the KV or just the defensive line. But it seems like Josku has made this like defensive stack right over. Why are you using a flamethrower against a Panther? Oh my god, get it through your heads. Flame attacks don't hurt armor. I wish it did, but it doesn't, so stop. Please, stop. Oh, it hurts my brain. My brain trembles. Oh, god damn. Pull that reference. And put that, yeah, I was gonna say, if you know that reference, put it down in the comments down below. My brain trembles. Any case, penal troops on standby. Could flank this Panther, hang back. I'll give it that. B4, oh my god. This is why I love the B4. It completely annihilates this. I swear to god, this is fire. Oh no, it's a strafing run. From the other side of the map. Well, luckily the artillery just kills the rest of it. They really want those AT guns dead. And there goes pretty much all of that. By the way, both of these got taken out. I don't know if they were by B... Hold on, no. They have no artillery. I think the B4s might have actually killed that. Did they... Vehicle destroyed. Vehicle destroyed. I think the B4s killed it. Holy shit. Hans Steger might be a secret, a believer in the B4 because he's getting some good hits. IST, oh my god, there's a giant blob here. Now would be good time for fire. Drop fire, 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 drop fire. There we go. Now we drop the fire. IS-2, unfortunately, it's too late. They're already defeated it. Now they're on the retreat. They'll burn some things. Oh, good B4. Oh my god. Hans. Why have you not... Oh, you sweet W. You are getting just the best shots. Panther's barely alive. Hey, Jacksons, you want to come help? I know you're fighting up here against really no armor, but, you know, you can come down here. I don't know what killed that, but something... Oh, AT gun did. Nice. Good job there, Maya. Panther Fusiliers fighting in mid. There's the missing box. Let there be panic. Oh. I wonder if they just keep that there now, just... because Germans having a counterattack could be like, nah, that thing dies. Also, decap the point. Good for him. Jackson going a little too close for comfort. Again, a lot of armor moving through here. AT is... grenades aren't possible because of the infantry is not being riflemen. They're the lieutenant captain, which don't have AT grenades. Luckily, we do have some support coming in. Bazooka team should kill that Panther if it gets a lucky shot. Does. Pen. Cavalry rifleman puts a satchel down, so goodbye to Neverfall's forces. Oh no, it's gonna hit the armor. Oh, it took out the ambulance. Jesus Christ. I know it's somewhat routine to see kamikaze planes, but kamikaze armor, that's a new level right there. Good job. He really wanted the ambulance down, and to be fair, Yellow has lost everything while trying to fight mid. Luckily, Jackson opening fire, trying to push back that Tiger, and Tiger's like, yeah, I'm not fighting this. Is Vet 2, though. Is Vet 2. Artillery, though, coming down from the Panzer commander, which allows the barrage, very cheap barrage, and a very nice hit, pushing them off the points. Again, VP point-wise, it's about even. Both sides are neck and neck. B4's firing. Oh, boy. Recon's in play. Oh, kills the Vet 2 Dude, I'm so sorry I doubted you. I've watched so many people, non-B4 believers, good sir. But Hans, you are the real deal. You are indeed the real deal. You are a believer in the B4. And also it's hilarious because this guy is Recon, and we know they have a direct strike, but they're not using it against this. Jackson unfortunately did meet its maker with the Panzer Grenadiers. Desperately trying to hold the front. Again, we do know the shock troops are being killed right now, so there's not much. If the Germans break through, which by the way, there's a lot of players here. We have, again, we have Josq, we have Kidzen, I believe Red. Oh yeah, we have a War Machine over here. We have them. They are all fighting to kill this B4. Oh my god, can we fire again? We were about to fire again. What are you gonna fire on? Hit the Panther. Oh, mine almost kills it. Fire! Do something. Close range. Close range! Do it! Fire! Oh, it is firing? No, it's... Oh, I think it's just that range. No, it's repositioning. It's gonna kill it. Damn it! Where's your allies? Oh, now they're coming in. Now the reserves are coming in. B4s. Oh! Oh, it gets the Panther. Fuck you. No one kills a B4. Only a B4 can kill a B4. Oh, my God. God damn it. Hans and this guy are doing so much. Oh, now we have the Calliope opening fire. Does get a nice kill on Kids and forces. And, yeah, now the allies are coming back full force together. Good. Finally, Jackson maybe upgrade to special rounds for better penetration. KVs are gonna hopefully hit the infantry, not the armor. God damn, why do you keep fighting armor with that? It does nothing. Luckily, you do have a pack line, another Panther, so if they do advance, they'll take some more casualties. And again, I think the trying to go for a blitz, but again, just unable to. B4 was decrewed, but firing another shot. We'll see if it hits. Get some 8 models, but nothing too major. IS-2 does meet its maker. Too much AT in this sector. I'm assuming right here. Oh no, kills the infantry right there. Oh my god, Allied counterattack just met with stiff resistance. Honestly, they lost a lot to it. Like, Kidson does have a new Tiger deployed. Never Falls, a Command Panther. Shock troops advancing. Now, I mean, like, unfortunately, Hans lost a lot of his armor and infantry and artillery. Maya needs to kind of come back, but we've seen him not do exactly. Oh my god, Hans with his limited force is still going with those satchels. And people wonder why I love counterattacks. For Mother Russia to get close, and satchels to bring the Tiger down to half health. Half health. B4 maybe tries going for a long shot. Who knows? We don't have recon on the field, unfortunately. Oh shoot, Panzergrenadier's coming in behind enemy lines. Hits Calliope and gets out of there. Good flank. Again, we need more frontline American forces, honestly. Because now the Germans are just pouring on through. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, that was almost Sedan squad the B4 just hit, pushing him back. Cavalry riflemen now coming in. Luckily, again, a lot of good hits. A lot of good hits across. And these guys still, like, it's good. The Jacksons are good. Move them back up. Your allies need help. Jesus Christ. Anyway, luckily they're again, some forces are healing. The KV, for example, which, by the way, he's gotten 5 kills. Still trying to get that armor kill, but, you know, may need to switch to a different weapon to do that. Was that sector artillery? Yeah, sector artillery is in effect these 2 sectors, which stopped that from being decapped. Calliope opening fire on mid. No, back here. I'm unsure why I was hitting here, but okay. Panther trying to go in for the flank. We do have some infantry that did push the Germans out. That's good. Kind of close up their line. They still need the Jacksons to move up to support it. Oh my god, TB. You're slowly killing your team. I know there could be a reference there to something, but... Oh my god. Panthers, again, nothing stopping them. Also, artillery's back up. Just pushing through and killing your Calliope. You know, luckily, it got mined. Luckily, that got mined. If only there were 2 tank destroyers there with special rounds that can do a lot of damage. Now, unfortunately, there's way too many Panthers for them to engage without additional support. But, you know, it's fine. Panther coming around the other flank. Instead of charging there, maybe deal with the one coming... Oh, my God. You're going to lose that Jackson, aren't you? You know what's also good? If you had infantry support, they kind of help with the Panthers. Jacksons, again, activate your special heat rounds. Not doing it. 2 shots. Luckily, is able to hit it. Additional shot from an AT gun on the flank. Missed the shot while it's retreating. And alas, the Panther will be able to escape. Yep, missed the shot. Good job, Jackson. Good job. Maybe attacking a little sooner. Also, I love how these AT guns could have been moved up as well. That's great. Meanwhile, anyway, shock troops coming in to stop the Panzergrenadiers from attacking the glorious B4, which is, by the way, already up to vet 1. Oh my God! Please, please, please! I know what you could do. I know exactly what you could do. Please do it. Hits the Panther dead on. Up to vet 2 now. We have another B4 at vet 1, just a little farther back, being hit by artillery. But all the infantry and mids being burned out. Again, proper use of the KV. Proper use. Never Falls, unfortunately, almost forgotten, but that was vetted. Perishes in the flames. Meanwhile, we do have Axis forces, so again, trying to push left a little more, which is good. It's keeping some forces contained, but it looks like it's a huge battle in mid. Man, that B4 is not letting up. But they do need to take out this artillery. Under consistent barrage, the artillery, if hitting the B4s, will cause massive amount of damage. Also, half-track needs to be... send up an ambulance to help these guys out. These things have been doing way more damage than... Goddamn, any of you guys... what have your Jacksons killed? Nothing. Your Jacksons haven't killed really anything. But these B4s, they've killed Tigers, Panthers, blobs of infantry, you name it. So, goddamn, we have a Panther force being made by Jakub. War Machine, again, at least rebuilding his army. That was pretty much nothing. Kidsin still has a good force, though it looks like more relying on armor, with him building up an armor force. And Neverfall kind of has a mixture of both. Calliope opening fire, hopefully going for this engineer. No, it's going for the infantry coming up. It's actually not bad. Stuka Bomb came in, killed one of the B4s, unfortunately. Second one did, though, open fire. Artillery helped break some stuff over here. I'm unsure where the B4 hit. Oh, damn! Knocked out some of the engineers. That stops them from repairing as quickly. Unfortunately, Hans doesn't have a armor. That's his one gripe. Oh my god, Panther's just charging, though. This time they had at least prepped, and he had mines. I'm gonna assume... Oh my god. Are those Soviet? Yeah, those are Soviet mines, so... Those Maya mines. Luckily, the Panther force did push a little too far this time. They thought, hey, we'll get out. No, you're not gonna get out. Although the smoke is stopping that from firing. At least I think it will stop. Yeah, it didn't get a kill, so yeah, I was stopping it from firing. But luckily, it was enough for them to all perish. So Jakub just lost his Panther force back to where he was with War Machine with a very small army. Oh boy. Luckily, War Machine is advancing, trying to help out. Again, maybe a little late with that, but the additional Panthers are coming in. Although we have a line of AT just lighting up that Panther. If it doesn't retreat now, it will die. Oh, so close to dying. The building takes the shot. IS-2 coming in being like, come at me, bro. Why is that a hold fire? I'm not crazy. It's on hold fire, right? Yeah. So they have an IS-2 advancing with hold fire on to fight armor. Does he know it won't shoot? Anyway. German armor and infantry pushing up on the Allied side. Again, B4 is now in the sight lines. Coward Rifleman is the only thing stopping him. Luckily, there's an ambulance here. Yeah, oh my god! Yellow came up with an... I was saying that a haphazard mark. Yeah, actually coming up there to help heal the B4. Actually coming up. Being a pal. Rear echelon. Oh, he did lose that squad. Damn it. Again, he should have retreated it, but... Oh my god, B4. Fire. Wait, hold on. Can it not fire? Vehicle crews cannot operate weaponry. Alright. So can it not fire with that thing on? Oh, Panzer Commander calls in to strike on it, and there goes the B4. God damn. But there are so many... There's so many German units. Well, that's a plane crash into armor that I haven't seen in quite some time, so good job there. But there's so many German armored units in this sector. It's shocking to me that the Allies on the far left haven't been helping more. Like, I will say this, Yellow and Hans, unfortunately, have been losing quite a bit of units, but they've been losing it because there's so many fighting in mid. Like, all of the Axis armor is in mid right now. And goddamn, if there was a actually stable defensive line the Allies could give them, I think they would be doing a lot better. Again, luckily, I mean, like, this guy was fighting off 2, and then the other guy was fighting off so much armor. It's like, what do you do? Like, what is this? What is this? Oh my god. TB's just blocking the route. Oh good, more fire coming down. I'm assuming it's meant to block the infantry, but I will keep laughing the fact that it's on armor. Barrage coming in to stop the Allies or force them to retreat. Jacksons are here finally to help out with these things. Pushing back the armor quite effectively. Jackson over here, unfortunately, being pushed back with a line of AT by Maya. It's helping hold back the Panthers. Though artillery is now hitting these things, so they need to reorganize before they get hit. They're still doing damage, but again, one arty round here is going to knock them all out. Blob coming in mid and should be able to hold back the Soviet forces. Again, one good hit, almost dead. Pull it back. Additional artillery hitting the Jackson. Again, one good shot, and there it goes. Just hitting all over the map, honestly. But this guy doesn't... Like, he has his Panthers, but not much of a front line force. War Machine has, like, a Panzer Grenadier force, but if you had a good infantry to hold the line, you could easily shred those. Like, Panzer Grenadiers can't fight infantry with the Panzer Strike upgrades. I'm sorry, they really can't. Unless you get a good bundle grenade, they can't. So, yeah, honestly, like, all this stuff being repaired, it could... Anyway, if you had good infantry with supporting armor, you could easily push that stuff back. Or have the Calliopes open fire. Jesus Christ, there's all sorts of stuff over here. We do have a new B4, I can hear it. Hurts the MG and hits the Tiger a little bit, but not an amazing hit, I would say. But goddamn, I'm gonna throw this. I'm honestly gonna throw that. Stop! calling in your stupid fire ability on armor. Like, seriously. Like, I get it, there was some infantry right there, but I'm getting ticked off. I'm not. My throat is not in the mood for this. My stomach's not. I'm not feeling perfectly up, at 100%. So in case anyone's wondering, like, Greyshot, like, oh god, why do you sound a little off? That's why. Any case, Tiger Tank, Panther opening fire. Luckily, with the Obsidian, managed to push back the shock troops coming on in. But I'm so sick of it. If we get Maya's incendiary one more fucking time on armor, I'm gonna freak out. It's like, stop it. Stop it. You're not doing anything. Use it as an area of denial ability or something. Finally. Okay, good play right here. For Mother Russia coming in, trying to kill that. Oh my god, B4 gets a nice shot there. Just, he throws it on the Panther, right? You threw it on the Panther? Yep, throw it on the Panther. Doesn't matter. Still good hit. Actually, 2 for 1. 2 for 1! Jesus, Hans Steger can't keep carrying this team forever. Knocks out both armored vehicles, stopping them from in the fight. Stuka coming in on the B4, or Katusha, one of the two. B4 still alive, though. B4 still alive. This guy is a B4 believer. He believes in the B4, and he's doing everything in his power to hold the line. I do think he does need armor, like an S285 or something. But goddamn, and also I'll give full credit where Yellow, he's trying his best. He is, as Jackson's trying to hold back this armor. Because now it is divulging into an armor slugfest. I mean, there is infantry, but the infantry is more designed to support the armor. S285 coming on in. Maya has lost his IS-2s, his KVs, he's lost his infantry. Jesus Christ, lost everything. AT gun, and Jackson's still opening fire, though. But not much. It's a slugfest in mid, with both sides still neck in neck. But I will criticize one thing. Like Maya holding the pushing right, I do think he should push back on right. I know it would leave him vulnerable at mid, and with these two jackasses right here not guarding their front. Dude, I don't understand. If you're gonna move these up, have infantry to support. You leave it open to a push. Now it comes up. But Jesus. Jackson's on standby. Against the Panthers that are right here. Like, again, they're way back here. What are you doing? Meanwhile, armor is just chilling. Again, this guy's just kind of just has Tiger here because it does so much against armor. MG's still right here. B4 is back up and running, opening fire. Can we get a nice shot on the Tiger? Nope, hits the MG pretty square on the face. I will not freak out because that's against the MG rather than the armor, so I will not freak out. But it is from a different angle. It could look like it was hitting the Tiger. Meanwhile, Panthers realizing there's nothing on left, which, by the way, on right, that's why I was saying that they should push, because honestly, there's nothing here. A good push, you could take back all these resources. That's my one critique on Yellow, which he should actually switch back to his side in a small capacity. Unfortunately, they are losing a bunch of units in mid because of all the Brumbars, Tigers that are very good at killing infantry, just chilling. Luckily, the tank destroyers are just lining up this poor Panther that's just taking it. Kids in, I don't know what you're doing, but you're just presenting yourself. Calliope opening fire on the Axis infantry in mid, along with the... I'm sorry, is it just Katyushas? Is it just... Oh, it's double Katyusha. Okay. Pushing them back might get a kill. Unfortunately, unlucky enough to not receive that. Yeah, both Calliopes are fully free to fire, so maybe he's holding off for something else, I don't know. Panther's just lying in wait around the corner. All the armor is weak, but again, not too weak. They can still engage. It just needs some quick heals. Artillery coming in, because again, that's what Jakub has. He's just focusing on the artillery. Just trying to slowly push back the Axis. Meanwhile, the Penals try to go in there once again, but there's so much Axis armor that, again, they just get shredded. Even if they're not designed to fight infantry, the Panthers can still do quite a bit. 4 Mother Russia active. Double B4 missing, but does knock out the Briquette Morpher. I'll give him that. Satchel's going off on the Tiger. Should do a lot of damage at the very least. Oh, so close. So very close to killing it. Again, these B4s. He's giving them hell. He's actually doing quite a bit. Now, he does have a Stern Pioneer army. Like a literal blob upon itself to quickly heal the armor. Although it's focusing on this Panther rather than the Tiger. Unsure about that. Luckily, allies managed to capture mid and start the ticking time clock on the Axis. And look at that. Rifleman actually pushing back the German frontline infantry, which is not really frontline. It's more focused solely on repairs. But hey, they'll at least get their point back. Jackson's on standby. Could go in for a nice flank, honestly. Although Calliope's opening fire on this nice little group of infantry and the Brumbar, which is good, because if all this dies, then say goodbye to pretty much all of War Machine support stuff. Jackson's pulling back, though. Again, I get it. Don't want to go in too much. Calliope opening fire as well in this point. Smart positioning, because again, that hits all the infantry. B4 comes in. Oh, annihilates almost a dot. God damn. Fire is coming in. I'm assuming to stop the infantry from coming in. Again, I'm assuming it wasn't on the armor. Hopefully it wasn't. YMG slowly burning to death, which is hilarious. Is he really going to sit up and... You're going to lose that. That's a good way to lose a unit. Although, I think the MG... Is that the MG? Was that the MG? It died here and then teleported over here. Okay. Oh, my God. Unfortunately, the artillery, which I will say... It is in effect, and it's hitting these B4s, because as soon as they fire, it's just counter barrage. They're or maybe not. It doesn't have set the counter barrage, but they're essentially targeting it. Oh my God! Hans is my spirit animal. Like I'm being honest. Like this Hans Steger guy, Jesus Christ, he's doing everything that I want him to do. He pushed right. He's letting his allies hold mid while he's pushing right to decap the point so we can win the game. He's decapping the fuel so they get it back. He captured everything else that yellow wouldn't. Hans Steger, Jesus. I salute thee. Now, luckily, yellow is annihilating a lot of these troops. B4 goes in, misses the shot, does a little bit of damage. Massive amount of Katyushas also hit it. Again, barely alive once again. Panzergrenadiers trying to get a shot on it, but again, smart micro pulls back to Jackson. And again, they have a lot of veterancy with them. Does the other American player have veterancy with his? Yes, he does. I'll give him credit. He does have some veterancy. Unfortunately, the Panther Force is coming in, and he's pushing on it. Also, I think that's a Panzer Commander drop, so call down artillery on it. Yep. So, yeah, that was a trap. That was a trap. Good job on the Axis for laying that down. Shock troops and cavalry trying to hold mid. He's trying to get close to throw a satchel charge on these guys. Panthers slowly getting recovered. Now, luckily, this unit will be out of commission for at least a little bit of time, because it will have a damaged engine and close to half health dead. Is that fire coming down? Okay, once again, I saw the infantry there. It wasn't just armor. B4 coming in, I believe. I'm sorry, Stuka coming in on the B4, taking out. Again, unfortunately, the B4's one, probably biggest enemy is the Stuka, just knocking it out from above. Anyway, half-track opening fire. Panther being lit up by the tank destroyers over here, and again, pushing it back. Once again, middle is just completely open. But luckily, we do have him going on right to try to take over that right-hand point, which is forcing a lot of Kidzin's forces to be redeployed on this right front, which is good, which is very good. Again, luckily the Allies are now getting a ton of fuel, but they don't need it. This guy's 900 fuel, 250, 300, 300. Axis have 500 respectively. They have a ton of fuel. It's manpower, honestly. Manpower is the biggest drain, honestly. That's why unit preservation is such a big deal. You can get a ton of fuel and munitions. Like, War Machine has a ton of munitions you can be using. But it's the manpower. It's honestly, that's what's stopping a lot of these guys from getting units. But I'll give it to TB. He at least has a lot of resources in the pocket. Again, one thing I will say is TB is I think you could still be helping out, or like you could have helped out a lot more in the early game, but right now you're doing a lot better. Right now you're starting to come back with your Calliopes and Jackson play and your riflemen. Although I still question your AT guns so far in the back, especially next to mines, but I'll take what I can get. Meanwhile, again, Petros rifles coming in, helps knock out with the tank destroyers. Double satchel, come on. Come on, double satchel, do it. Oh my god, there goes that Panther. Never fall is just, oh. And this one's even crippled too, Kidzin's forces. Hot damn. Anyway, his shock troops, even though they got pushed back by the Tiger, captured this point and decapped this one. So that's less resources for the Axis. And on top of that, that's 2 victory points. So they're right now doing pretty well. AT grenade. AT grenade. Come on. Yes, AT grenade! And it's dead. There goes the Jackson. There goes the Panther being knocked out. And once again, War Machine is down to a bare minimum force. Now, luckily, unfortunately, this guy is doubling down on his artillery. He has so much. This is where, honestly, I would just sit at T-34 in. Like, if I was an allied player, I'd just send a Sherman in T-34 just to go target this shit. Because, honestly, this left side's open. You could quickly run in, kill it, and run away. And actually, hell, you could have a tank. You could literally have a line of AT and just wait for the tank all the Panthers to come in. Have tank destroyers just light them up. And, yeah, just kill a bunch of Panthers going in for the charge. Because we've seen that. These guys have charged. Meanwhile, again, we have the Brumbar pushing in. I'm assuming they sent some infantry in, just helping clear this area. Again, shock troops coming in to help clear the Sedan. AT gun trying to go in for the long range against tank destroyers. Not tank destroyers. Trying to go in to help fight it with the tank destroyers to hold back the Panthers. This game's so intense, I'm losing my mind. But I really want Hans to keep doing well because his B4s are doing really well. He just needs the artillery right now is just the biggest issue. Like 25 kills, 5. Oh, maybe not. Oh, never mind. They don't have a ton of kills. Maybe they're doing a ton of damage. Ah, man. Missed with that Jackson. But yeah, needs to heal the infantry. Ambulance, though, way in the front. Calliope's opening fire. One against the Panzergrenadier blob coming on in. Annihilating it. Yeah, this guy needs to retreat. I don't know why this guy's advancing. Like, think of if he had riflemen right, like, close by. I don't know. Like, dude, move your base up a little more or something. I don't know. But you need more frontline troops. Like, you could easily mow this guy down. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, big push with the Panthers. B4s are lying in wait for mid, so they have to go along this left flank. Jackson might be able to get out of there. Does. Rifleman pushing on in. Oh, nope. Doesn't escape, actually. Jackson, the other Vet 3-1, could engage. Again, these forces just chilling. Is trying to catch up, but alas, don't have a speed boost or anything. Luckily, the other tank destroyers are moving on in. He did lose the Vet 3-1, but he is moving in to push them back. Nice shot with the Panther, actually getting quite a few kills. Sedan just walking, like, again, there needs to be more arm, like, something to hold back the infantry, because they're just walking through these lines. It's ridiculous. Mine it up something. Like, I'm really lost for words by this. Pack gun just trying to keep the Jacksons back. Tiger, once again, crippled, but does manage to get a nice hit on those penal troops. Again, some good satchels did harm it, so I'll give him that. B4s, though, looking right down range of that Tiger. Oh, wait, no, just a little bit off. They could target that. If they get recon, they could target. He has one criticism is you have plenty of munitions, maybe a recon plane. Oh, wait, no. Yo, do the recon. Do the recon and target it, please. Oh, my God. Yes. Stern Pioneer's barely alive. Tiger took additional damage as well. Shock troops coming in to push back the Sedan, help clear this point. We do have a Panther flank coming on in. Does kill the Jackson. These guys do have the Panzer Commander ability, so they're targeting the B4s. Wait, no, we don't have the Panzer. He didn't use the artillery. I thought he rushed in to kill him, but no, he didn't do it. Tank Destroyer, luckily coming on in. Are they going to escape, really? Again, there's nothing stopping them on this right-hand flank. They need to put something down. AT guns are facing the wrong... Dude, turn them. Seriously. Maya. Oh, my God. Anyway, they're getting some hits, but the Vet 4 Panther is going to get out of there. Artillery's coming down on the B4s, which are about to fire again. Again, could get some nice shots, but the Tiger's also charging. Vet 4, nothing to sneeze at. 80 kills. Holy crap. That's a lot of kills for just a single Tiger. Recon's going overhead, trying to get a target, I assume, for the B4. Luckily, they did decap this. So, again, both sides just slowly being worn down. Oh, my God. Again, we've yet to see... Panzergrenadier's just walking up. Again. Luckily, the riflemen are there, but there's nothing... he can't just keep... Look, I know there's a criticism of being like, you can't cover the entire front, but if you're going to leave your Jacksons so close to the front, have them be guarded by something. Anyway, B4s, I think, fired and hit this general area, but I don't think hit anything major. No, they fired, but no kills. Maybe a little damage, but no kills. Penals, again, they keep crippling the armor, but hot damn. Unfortunately, I will say Yellow's unit preservation isn't great. He has lost a lot of forces over this, but again, they're fighting so much. They're being artied so much that the guy on the left, like... This guy on left could be pushing. Like, I don't understand why he has these AT guns here. They're not doing anything. And they're not even guarding his frontline territory. He has so much manpower and so much munitions, but he's not putting, let's say, fighting positions down to hold the front. Like, as the American, you could do that. Like, he's built this monstrosity, but why can't he put it further? It's like, it's this dumb shit. Oh, good. Fire ability against a Panther. Maya, once again, pushing with no support. Oh, my God. B4 is almost killing double Sedan. Cavalry Rifleman advancing, once again, trying to help out. Tiger, though, and the Panther knocking out. This thing has 85 kills now. Jesus. Again, I will criticize Yellow for not pushing on right. He does have a ton of resources, though, so hopefully he can start building a frontline force. Engineer's just coming over to try to capture this stuff. There is an MG here, but I think he realized that and is trying to go around. Which, again, for a guy who's not really focused on that front, is really good foresight. Realizing that there's smoke, again, pulls back. Is that white phosphorus? Dude, did he... Wait, yeah, that's white phosphorus. Oh, wait, no. That's the smoke bomb. Never mind. I was like, if that's white phosphorus, I swear to Christ. But as Katusha kills that. But unfortunately, being so close, it makes it an easy target for all the frontline tanks and whatnot. Rifleman pushed up on the front, trying to push these guys back. May just do that, trying to decap the point. Tank destroyers coming on in. Just not doing a ton of damage. They need the B4 to really crack them open. Again, Jackson's pulling shot after shot, but it's a Vet 5 Tiger. By God, they need additional support. Luckily, nope, misses. Just a little bit behind the Panther. A little farther forward would have gotten a hit. But once again, this artillery is left unopposed. I mean, yeah, sure. You can see here that it looks like the B4s did target that and it did knock it out. But, like, there's like, again, this guy, like, once again, Panzer Grenadiers come in, gets shots on. Like, this guy's not guarding his front, and it's ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous how many times they've come in and done damage. Yeah, and I'll keep criticizing TB. Sure, he has a ton of resources, but honestly, I'm criticizing him. Also, Maya. Like, Maya's also, like, maybe that's why he's down. Maya's just, like, dropped the ball. Like, no frontline troops, no armor, all artillery or support. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, again, these guys have slowly built the armor up. Like, look at this. A lot of vetted armor, never fall. And a lot of armor, not vetted, but at least he keeps pumping it out at a good pace. War Machine, just Panzer Grenadiers. Again, he's lost pretty much everything, so one good job there is at least War Machine keeps dying repeatedly. Josku has a good chunk of upgrade armor. He's slowly rebuilt himself, but he has no frontline troops. It's just Panthers and artillery. That's all he's focused on. I don't know what the Katusha's aiming at, but it's on an angle. MG's just suppressing the Obers. I'm sorry, the half-track suppressing the Obers. Katusha kind of missing. Lost stuff going on right now. Lots of artillery hitting this. I'm assuming they were repairing it, which is a good hit. Looks like Panzer Strikes are moving back in. Looks like they're able to neutralize them, or at least push them back. Panthers, though, advancing. Not much stopping them. Again, one criticism I'll say is more mines can be placed, but again, I think he's just using his engineers. He's doing everything he can, but I think more mines in this sector by the Soviets could be a good idea, especially using so much munitions. But again, that's... he's doing what he can, and Yellow's doing what he can, but I mean, it's like, at this point, one of their teammates is severely dropping the ball, even though the other one, TB, is, I will say, coming back and doing a bit better, but again, there's a lot of areas where he could improve in. A lot. Area decapped, but there's nothing really stopping him from nothing stopping the Axis from recapturing it. Again, hands off to kids in for this Vet 5 Tiger. Jesus Christ. Artillery, I mean, they got artied to death. That makes sense. Panther still advancing. Although Jackson's trying to kill the command via this guy, I love it. He keeps going back and forth. What should I hit? Luckily, this is gonna hopefully. Oh, he's just walking through. Oh no, he's getting behind. Cool. Yeah, this Panther's dead. That Jackson's gonna die unless you get out of it. Luckily, yeah, Su-85 coming in. This armor's gonna die. So once again, Neverfall's gonna lose all his forces. Oh boy. Hans is now focusing all of his efforts everywhere. He's now on the right. He's in mid. Luckily, he killed the armor. He doesn't have a lot to reinforce. Kidson does. Kidson's been doing pretty well with his unit preservation. I'll give him that. Even though how many B4s hits him. His infantry might not survive for very long, but his armor is doing pretty damn well. 101 kills with that Vet 5 Tiger. Jesus. Again, Su-80. Oh my God, so close. It is so close. He's trying to get away. He's trying to blitz away. Meanwhile, Panthers got... Again, they just shot the tank traps and just got around. But again, at this point, it's not his fault. Look, Mayan has pretty much dropped the ball. He remanned one of the B4s. Maya, you don't... No, you're not you're not a believer in the B4. It's not going to work for you. Luckily, Su-85 trying to put pressure, kill the Panzer headquarters. Penal troops lying the trap. Again, perfect job. Now he needs to pull back with this, but Satchel's going off on this Panther. Vet 4, by the way, might be able to get the kill. Oh my God, double Su-85s. That was an ambush. That was a great ambush by the Su-85s. And, unlucky. Unlucky in terms of the penetration. But it worked. It was a good ambush. God damn. And with the tank destroyers might be able to do enough to push back and kill it. Like, you know this guy absolutely wants to kill this armor. Kidson, though, again, just barely clinging on. Again, hiding behind there. Panzer IV coming in to try to help out. And both Panthers are barely alive. But again, he got support. And unfortunately, the only person here left to support is Yellow. Like, 2 tank destroyers just chilling. Again, they're being artied to death over here. Because why wouldn't they be artied to death? I mean, as soon as they find out this base, like, yeah, turn all the artillery this guy's been spamming on him. Anyway, counterattack going on with Neverfall advancing with his armor. They just fast deployed because, again, he can. As soon as it's able to, it'll just launch it off. Luckily, again, a flank maneuver by Yellow should at least kill it, I think. It's going to be close. Oh my god, good micro in that tank. It's focusing on the rear armor, or at least attempting to. Penal's coming in for providing additional support. Long range fire might be enough with the Sherman. Do you have the additional rounds for... no. So it's going to be a little bit harder for you to pen. Although he's showing his rear against you, so... Up, Jackson's! Jackson's, come on! B4, not getting a hit on that. Okay. Jackson's backing up for some reason, not targeting the weak command vehicle on the front. Okay. Sure, why not? And he escapes. Good job there. Stern Pioneers going to decap while the shock troops were desperately trying to recapture this sector. Again, they're close. Like, this game is still close, but we look at overall population-wise. The Allies are in the mid-40s. Like, that's their best. Axis, though, are a little more scattered. Like, again, War Machine is pretty much not great as well. He's not doing all that great, but like overall, they're at least in the 60s, I would say. Although, good job with the shock troops getting a lot of kills over here, and at least holding on to this point. But with the Panther coming over, I don't know how long that's going to last. Again, a rifleman coming on in. So TP slowly gotten better, but like again, what's with these? What's with this? Why are these far back? Are you expecting to be pushed so far in your territory? Luckily, Calliope is coming in, doing a lot of damage versus Noble Sedan, killing pretty much all of them. Never Goes, Never Falls forces. Might be able to get a kill right there with the rifleman. Not focusing, though. Manages to escape. Artillery coming down. Again, still hitting the Panzer Grenadiers. Rifleman just trying to hold on desperately on that to that point. Additional cavalry forces coming on in. Yellow's lost everything. And I will say Yellow's preservation is not the best, but he's trying at the very least. More so than Maya, I would say. Wow, good shot with the B4. Only believers get shots. Anyway, once again, this guy pushed up, and oh my god, I know he's trying to go for that kill. He's really trying to get both with the Su-85. Oh, he did sacrifice one of his penals, unfortunately. Okay, he did sacrifice. Unfortunate glitch where you throw it and you're so close to it that it does kill it. Maybe Petros rifles, they do manage to kill one of the Panthers. But again, no matter how many armored vehicles this guy either cripples or kills, it's just not enough. The Axis just keep deploying more. 2 Panthers in mid, not much stopping them. Up, yep, Panzer Commander ability coming in right on it. So there goes that B4. Double Calliope, I love how he's healing him. Jackson's moving back in, trying to help out, but I think this is GG. It's 110. Yeah. By the way, is that Tiger still alive? Kids in? Tiger still alive, 105 kills. I'm assuming it was healing in the back, and now it's coming back up. Vet 5 Panther as well, nothing to sneeze at. Su-85 trying to hold, but there's no infantry to support. Nothing to heal him as well. Tank destroyers coming on in, but again, Panzer Grenadiers coming on. No infantry to support it. Not just him, it's Maya no one has anything. Honestly, they've been driven back. Katyushas, though, real close to the front. Again, you have the armored force slowly advancing. Again, trying to stop them. Luckily, the Katyushas are hitting some of this infantry. Hopefully pushing them back. Actually, might get some good hits. Get a nice kill right there. All right. Jackson's coming on in, trying to save with the riflemen. Although there's too many tanks here. They're just going to be smashed. And again, they're Vet 5 each. They have a really good buffs. Oh, damn. I thought the Stuka was coming there, but they'll kill the Calliopes. Alright. There goes all of his forces. Again, shock troops trying to take it, but the minefield, the bunkers, the half-track, there's too much here. Yeah, it's pretty much game. It's pretty much game. I'm going to fast forward through this part. Jackson trying to help out, but just killing it. I don't know if that was the Panzer Commander ability, but yeah. Satchel's going off again. Again, able to kill it with the penals. Good job there. Hans Steger is by far my MVP of the game. Look, the second one would probably be Kidsin and not Joss Q. I mean, he's just artillery spamming, honestly. He keeps losing his Panthers pretty quickly. Maya sucks. War Machine sucks. Yellow, you get an underdog, honorable mention, but you need to work on your unit preservation, honestly. Like, this is not a fight you should pull back, honestly. TP, again, slightly better. Like, in some moments he's fine, in some others he's, like... I think it's just because mine was just so bad that he couldn't guard his entire front. But that being said, there were some engagements. I'm like, dude, like this guy with 2 penals able to fight all that stuff off. You had 2 at one point. You had a vet 3 Jackson and stuff like that. You could easily could have ambushed some of this armor or pushed up or send your Calliope's point blank to hit the like artillery or I don't know, something like that. But Axis come back. Again, it was just a lot of vetted armor, honestly, and just doing a lot better. He left, and pretty much everyone left at that point, I assume. Yeah, it's game. Overall, Allies did a fairly good comeback, but let's double check their damage. Let's just see. Let's just see if I was right about me yelling at people. Okay, so first off, we got TB, and he got 104,000 damage. He got the most of the game. I yelled at him a lot, and I said that he could have done better. And again, technically in this game, he got some of the most kills in the game. He got some of the most damage and losses. But hold on, was it just Jackson's? All right, and to be fair, he had a lot of reserves, and his preservation was pretty good. 58,000 with Jackson's, but 8 of them died. Like, a lot of them died, and he only got 5 vehicle kills. So honestly, he got a lot of damage done, but not a lot of vehicle actual kills. Compare that to let's look at Hans. Hans, by the way, just for reference, 3rd damage, but most kills. Let's look at his damage. His penals. He only 3 of them died. All right, only 3, and he had 32 kills. This one, I believe, was around for quite some time. 3 vehicles by themselves, just 3. So I'm assuming they got a ton of vehicle kills by themselves. So, and again, with their satchels, they pin them. Like I said, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you've got to be kidding me. B4, by the way, 20,000 damage. The B4s did. Now, I will say this, if we look on the Axis, this guy got a ton of damage, I'm assuming by artillery. Most kills still goes to Kinzin. Again, his Tiger alone did a ton of damage. 122. So, very nice to see there. And yeah, got most damage as well. So, overall, Kinzin was best player. War Machine did pretty badly, though, again, got some good Panzer Grenadier pushes. Like I said, TB did fine. In some moments, he did fine, but others, I'm just questioning. Like, he sent his armor out by themselves, no infantry. And again, he did okay. And to be fair, they did gang up and annihilate the weakest player here. And maybe that's why he got a ton of damage, just constantly taking out Orange and, like, these 2 guys, their forces. But honestly, for the amount of territory they had, his forces were all the way back here. Like, he could have done more flanks over here. That's what the other guy did. It's just ridiculous. Also, 102,000 damage for Yellow. Yellow just coming in constantly with his tank destroyers and doing a lot more kills. Yes, he got more damage, but as well, didn't get as many kills. And that's probably the biggest problem with these guys, is they weren't getting kills with their armor. Like, they weren't getting a ton of kills and knocking them out. And also, like, overall, just, like, for infantry kills, they just... Yeah, TB did very well. I'm assuming with Calliopes, right? Calliopes. Oh, I'm sorry. There's none for me to compare with. Oh, boy. Calliopes, 117 kills. Yeah, so a lot of it was his Calliopes getting a lot of kills. And to be fair, they shredded. But if we take that into effect... I mean, like, he didn't have that many riflemen. He didn't have that... Let me just confirm on that. Because I don't want to bash this guy for, like, too hard. Yeah, he only had 3 riflemen. All 3 of them died. Okay. Like, he needed more frontline infantry just to hold back those pincers and stuff like that. And same thing with Maya. Like, again, probably the weakest link here as well was Maya. Just overall, just not comparing his weight. So that means TP had to really rely. But then, because TP was so hesitant to advance when he didn't cover his troops. That just left him open. So yeah, I mean, like, he was fine, and to be fair, again, damage again shows me what do I know, but honestly, the best player in the game by far was Hans, and specifically because of the fact, like, he was fighting routinely, and the same thing with Yellow, so many more players, that then TP was able to be like Calliope's hitting the weaker player over and over and over again, so, like, yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, they're both very good players, and in my mind, you could say, oh, damage-wise, TB be better, but honestly, I think Hans did way better. Like, I truly think with the penal charges, stuff like that, Hans was more consistently holding mid, pushing right, doing stuff, where he was more just sitting on his ass. That AT gun did not move the entire game. Like, I'm being honest, I think that AT gun just sat there, even under constant fire. And it's ridiculous. He's getting kills because yes, Orange is pushing into his territory, but the mines placed, some of them, like, actually, I think most of them were the Soviet player. And that's how they got crippled and killed. It's like, he would have to allow Orange to push so deep into his territory in order to kill that stuff. And that's how he's able to kill it. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Utterly so. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, Hans, Kidsin, and I would probably say Yellow, I can't pronounce your name, were probably the 3 best players in this game. Kidsin had really good kills in near preservation, honestly, and you could tell that by the amount of units losses. Jakub did, I mean, he artillery spammed, to be 100% honest. He did a lot of artillery spamming, and if I click on him, oh, wow, no, his Panthers got actually a ton of damage and kills. Okay. Did lose quite a bit, but how much? Actually, B4s did more damage. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. B4 did more infantry and vehicle damage, but yeah, overall, I would absolutely maybe give him honorable mention for 4th. But yeah, the worst players, probably and maybe TP honorable mention as well. But he was just so hesitant. He could have done so much more, and he could have ended this game very, very quick if he just kept the pressure and flanking and doing more stuff. But like, you never saw him use this the amount of territory he had to his advantage. You never saw him go on a flank maneuver from this angle or anything. Like, truly effectively helping out his team, because they were just kind of chilling here. Like, think of all the damaged vehicles that were over here. Think about if a large grouping of riflemen and stuff like came around the flank and hit it. And before you say, what about his retreat path? His retreat path's back here, so it's not. He's fine. He's totally fine. So yeah, that's game. That's all I'm gonna say on this. But anyway, what do you think down in the comments below? I think this was honestly a game where the Allies had it. And if used correctly, they could have won it. But the biggest people that dropped the ball, and to be fair, both sides had people drop the ball. Maya and War Machine were probably the 2 weakest players. But Jakub also, like, his artillery came back in the end, but his Panthers kept dying. He had no frontline infantry, so he was also down there. So honestly, I'm kind of giving up to TP for the honorable mention, because at least he had better unit preservation, honestly. But he was just so hesitant to fight that it drove me nuts. And then middle became a clusterfuck. So he essentially like, all right, I'll Calliope and move in Jacksons occasionally, but I'm not going to send in troops. And then just, you'd see these Panzer Grenadiers walk straight through his territory, no fighting positions, even though he had tons of manpower, nothing. It's ridiculous. Any case, what do you guys think down below? And if you guys have a better game, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. Though, Kidsin, you did submit it. It was a good game on your part, so thank you for submitting it. Thank you very much. And yeah, just overall, highlight some really awesome players and highlight some really bad players. But what do you guys think? Because I think this one might be a little more controversial. But honestly, I think this is a game where it's like more damage, more barely almost as many kills. But I think that's kind of just cheap, because I don't think he did as much as Hans, especially if we look at like capture points, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, and before you go, I want to thank the October patrons, which include GTA, Jakub, Spartycus, Ace, Aldo, Lopez, Chris Bailey, Folkvard, jrchicklis, Ollie, Pyroshark, Rifle, Streakingwookie, Joey G, 240, Josh, Milam, and Mustaach. Thank you all so very much for your amazing support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and we'll see you next time.